Okay, and welcome to latest weekly report for 27th of October 2014. As we are talking about finance, must inform that all advice is of a general nature only. Just align that a little bit better there. And must not be construed as personal advice, and past performance is just that, no reflection or guarantee of future performance. Fantastic. All right, let's have a look at the charts, and had quite a solid swing around in the markets since the report last week, which is to the positive. I'll start with the covered calls, as we have 5 covered calls running at the moment. First up, Newcrest, and Newcrest really hasn't done a lot over last week. It's been underperforming the market, whilst equities, particularly the banks, have been rallying, but over the past 4 or so weeks it has also outperformed the broader market by running largely sideways there. So watching that one, it is quite close to our stop, but ideally if we can see it find support here as it has in the past, then that trade will be good to continue to run, and that's currently at break even. Let's have a look at BHP, and BHP, apart from a small bounce at the start of last week, really has just been hovering around $33.50, $34 mark, unable to break out apart from that one day here where it did reach around 34.40, 34.38 to be precise. That trade, we do have our put protection at $34, so we are capital protected at a risk of currently 3.88%, but obviously we do want to see that bounce over the next couple of days, because our put protection does run out come Thursday. So if it stays below here, likely just to be excised and get our capital guarantee back at $34. But if we can indeed see it push past 34 and ideally break above that 34.40 mark, then clear skies ahead for next level resistance around 35.50. And NAB has performed particularly well since we entered at the start of October. Bought puts at 32.50 to give us a couple of protection there. You can see that they're largely out of the picture now because the stock's some 6% up from that level. So minus the cost of the put protection, we're up at 3.9% out of that trade. It's sitting there at 34.60. Now we do have a profit target there at 35, not too far away from that at all. Might weigh up that or selling some calls, and there's also a dividend around the corner as well, but won't be holding it just for the dividend. If we can lock in a solid profit nice and early, then that's definitely worth taking advantage of, in particular with these choppy markets that we have right now. Let's have a look at Santos. Now Santos, we do have our capital protection there at $13.50 after we entered it on the 3rd of October, which was just this day here. You can see it's had a drop, and we're about 60 cents below our put protection at this stage. That put protection is out till November, so at the moment we're down 2.3%, but still early days relatively on this trade, and for it to move back to its longer term moving average around that 33.50, maybe even 33.80, is not too much to ask for, particularly if we can find stability in the crude prices, which has largely dragged it down. Then we've got AMP, the cover call, 5.50 November. We've actually gone above our strikes here by a good margin. It's really had some great leaps in share price over the last 4 days, which is solid performance there, and we're up 2.85% on that trade. So price at $5.41, and $5.26 is was our combination entry price. The trade looking good. So of that, yeah, we got 2 profits, two losses there, and 1 break even. Right, moving over to the spreads. It's a prettier picture there. We've got 4 profits and 2 losses unrealized currently. Let's have a look first at one of the negative ones, and that's Woolworths. It has come a long way back, but we are still after the $36 mark for October expiry in 2 days' time. So look, it's need to see some of these green bars like this where it can easily push up $1 in a day, even get close to get some better value back from that trade. That trade down 51% currently. Fortescue also looking like looking unlikely to hit its target of $4.20. Did provide some inspiration about 2 weeks ago when it gained some 90 cents in 2 days, but have failed to see the follow through there. CBA is also really shot up over the last 2 days, and we're up 144% on this trade. The market price there is $1.54. We have a target of $2, which would give an outstanding profit of 217% on the risk. But not quite there yet. 2 days to run. Be watching this very, very closely. Also, for this trade on CBA, if it does look like we could be at risk of turnaround here, we might just do a quick ring around and lock in the profit or whatever it might be there. Telstra up 20% on this trade. This is longer dated December to October spread. We'll have to roll this at the end of the month because it's by about 5.31 strike. By a fair deal. If we can get this to pull back a little bit, then that would be better. But currently that's up 20%. QB, we've got the November 10.75, so we're long from here, and we've sold the 11.75s, which is our target, but that's still got a month to run. So after initial drop in the share price, we've actually seen a move back up to 11.32 yesterday. Now if we can continue to push up, that'll be spot on. Currently that trade's up 19%. And lastly, let's have a look at Brambles. Brambles entered about 12 days ago. That's up 18%. Did have a little bit of a sell-off on the last day there, closing at where is it? $9.45. We've sold the $9.51 November and bought the $9 January. So $9.51 and above come next month is where our maximum profit will lie. Give us about a 50-60% return over the space of time. Right, ladies and gents, so that's the update there. We've just been holding fairly steady. Oh, and I didn't mention that we XJO, we did lock in 100% profit on that one last week. As you can see, the market's just at after that huge pullback, which was about 10%. We've gained quite a fair bit off the low there. We pushed past 54.50 yesterday, so not sure. Let's have a quick look. Where do I find that? Fibonacci, here it is. Okay, so there you go, there's the peak to trough, and we've actually gained more than 50% off that bounce. You can see the 50% mark there, just right around the 5400 mark. So hit that 6180 Fibonacci level there, which is level of resistance or potential resistance. So we might see, indeed, we might see a pullback coming into the next day's session there. But a solid pullback and able to lock in a solid profit on XJO, which goes a long way to cover the 54% loss on XJO last time. Well, ladies and gents, I'll wrap it up there, and if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call on the desk. Otherwise, have a great day, and we'll talk again very soon. Thank you.